What's up, wonderful people of Earth? Thank you very, very much for clicking this video. You are loved and respected. You see, today's videos is a mix, a good compilation of all types of videos, good vibes videos. Watch till the end and kindly watch till the end. Spam the like button and leave your comments. Straight out of Africa with good vibes, peace, unity, lots of love and forgiveness. Tell us where you're watching from and let's dive in. Oh, what was that thing? Scary real footage found. Can you explain this? Let's see. Oh my god, what's happening? But if this is really scary, who recorded it? Who came to record this? Was they the ghost or what? What do you think about these footages? Please help us understand in the comment section. Some of this might be hoax or scripted stuff or people moving things with strings and you think they're ghosts sometimes, but but this one looks pretty creepy. Oh my god! What is that thing that looks like a figure, a shadow of sound? What is that, man? What are these things? These are really mind-boggling stuff. Oh my god! What is this, man? That happens in the... Oh, that's pretty abnormal. Is that real or someone else is pulling that drawer? Using a string, someone behind the camera. What do you think? Please share your thoughts on what you think about those videos. And then some press here. Oh my god, this is the sea. This is on the sea. Oh my god, what is that? This looks like something or what? What is that thing? Let me see. Is that some water? Is that some land rising or what is that? Some big... What is that thing? This is scary. Scary stuff in the sea, man, and oh my god, this is now frightening. What? Oh, wow, I cannot imagine. How is this? You mean this cannot sink the ship? Or how does it handle this at the sea? Oh, those guys that have the knowledge of the sea, please help us understand how this is possible. The waves settling the sea and the ship is still intact. Oh my god, this is really frightening and scary. Oh, what? Oh my god. Wow. Much love to all the humans out there.
All right, guys, I'm going to drop some serious truth on twin flame relationships and what twin flames are. You know, over 20 years, I've been listening to people talking about twin flames, and most people have it wrong. If you're looking for your twin flame, that's a sign. If I say twin flame and you're going, ooh, I want that, then you have some big time unresolved trauma, hurt, shit from past relationships or your childhood that has not been resolved yet. Because the true twin flame union happens within you. It's the masculine and the feminine, the ego and the higher self, healing, integrating, and becoming one inside of you. And when you truly do that, you will not crave or look for external sources to feel love. When you are truly in your connection, your divine union with that twin flame within yourself, you won't want another relation. You won't want a relationship. Okay? The twin flame, or this whole twin flame that's being thrown around out there, can be extremely dangerous, okay? I watched this one girl on TikTok said, oh, when you're with your twin flame, you share the same higher self. And I'm like, no, you don't. I didn't say this, but you don't share the same higher self. That is the ultimate form of codependency. And any sort of codependency can easily destroy a relationship. So the whole twin flame thing is, if I say twin flame and you're going, ooh, I want that, then chances are there's some extremely unresolved stuff, pain, grief, hurt, relationship issues, trauma, abuse, abandonment that you have not dealt with, either in your childhood, with your dad or your mom, or your past relationships, okay? So what happens is you end up meeting the same person that's at the vibration as you. And what's going to be magnified? All the negative effects. So you'll draw towards each other thinking, oh my God, we're so much alike. It's like, you're my other half because you know exactly what I went through. Oh, right? That relationship will become abusive at best. Okay? It can be some twin flames relationships. A lot of them are violent. Okay? If you guys have any questions on twin flames, I will do as many videos as you want. If this is blowing your mind or you don't agree with it, then you need to hear more stuff about this. Message in the comments. Okay? So, if you're healthy, mentally, emotionally, physically, your psyche is healthy, right? Everything's good, then you won't look for a relationship. If you're connected to your higher self, if you have no self-love or self-worth issues, and you've done a lot of your clearing, your healing, you've dealt with past relationship stuff, because a lot of people, the truth is, I think mostly women do this. They monkey branch. Somebody called it on TikTok. You just go from one relationship to the next. Guys do it too, so don't get triggered. From one branch to another, from one relationship to another. And if you keep monkey branching from one relationship to another without taking like a year off minimum to heal and recover, you're just taking your original trauma and abandonment and issues from your first relationship, your second relationship, or third, or whatever, and you're bringing it into your current twin flame relationship, and you are going to trigger each other's stuff, and it is going to be horrible. Okay, so there's your lovely information on twin flames. So remember, if I say twin flame and you're going, ooh, I want that. If you're looking for anything external out there to make you feel whole, to make you feel loved, to make you feel complete, that is not that's Disney. That's what that is. That's Walt friggin' Disney. Okay, that is fairy tale. That is fantasy land. If you're single and you want to be in a great relationship, do work on yourself. But as much work as you possibly can on yourself, healing your past, your traumas, before you even get into a relationship. Because if you get in a relationship right now, you're going to be with somebody that's exactly at your level. Do you want to meet somebody just like you today? Think about that and let me know in the comments.
Myself, this twin flame idea.
So you have to say
this video.
bear in front of each word. So bear, 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 say. Okay?
Bear two.
No. I'm going to point and do it the way I said, okay?
Okay.
So you say bear before each thing, okay? Go ahead.
Bear, bear. Bear say. Bear two. Bear asshole. Bear this. Bear got. Bear eye. Bear long. Bear how. Bear look.
Now I want you to say it in front of and after. So bear in front, bear after the word. Ready?
Bear, bear, bear. Bear say bear. Bear two bear. Bear asshole bear. Bear this bear. Bear got bear. Bear eye bear. Bear long bear. Bear how bear. Bear look bear.
Okay, now I just want you to read the words from up. So.
Look how long I got this asshole to say bear.
That was good to me, man.
All of your enemies, we talk about demons, people, relatives, strangers, coworkers. There is an army of people around you that had all this time to destroy you. I told you before, I'll say it again, everything begins in the spirit realm. And the way it works in the spirit realm, there has to be permission given to do certain things to chosen ones. If you truly are chosen by the Most High, you have a seal on you. Do you hear me? People don't understand when they mess with you, they're playing with fire. Real talk, no cap. People are playing with fire when they mess with you because they don't understand. They're looking at you as just, they think you're just some basic person, or they think they're better than you, or whatever they got going through their mind. But they don't understand from a spiritual perspective, you have a favor from the Most High that He doesn't give to everybody. Are you hearing me? And because you have that, you have had to go through the most severe test, and you passed. You're not bitter, you got better. You're not hateful, you still show love to people. You didn't become callous, but you're still demonstrating the signs of an empath. You still have this care and concern for other people. You still have the ability to get into other people's bodies, so to speak, not literally, and feel what they feel, think what they think, and have that compassion or love and action that a person who hasn't passed this test just can't do. So their time to destroy you, it has expired. That time is over. What they got away with in the past is over. The way they shamed you in the past is over. The power they thought they had over you, or the sabotage they tried to launch against you, at times purposefully putting other people ahead of you, trying to make you look less than someone who is definitely less capable than you. All of the games people play to push you to the side, that is over. You passed the test. And so what I'm going to say, and I want you to receive this within the next, we're not talking about no 2-3 years now, within 4 months, a lot of you listening to me are going to see a significant change. Some of you are going to get some checks in the mail. I want you to receive that. Okay, receive what I'm saying to you. Some of you got some checks in the mail. Some of you are about to get some phone calls and get invited to some important events. All the work that you have been putting in for years, some of you have been in this 5, 10, 15 years, working, trusting God, doing what you know to be the best thing to do, and you pass the test. Your humility, your suffering, your affliction, it has made you better, it has made you stronger, it has made you wiser. And this is why our army of people is getting around you right now. There is an audience being prepared right in front of you right now, because often what the Most High would do is prepare a table before the presence of your enemies. There are people watching you. Some of you are getting relatives following on social media who you haven't talked to since you were 12 years old. I had some relatives recently reach out to me. I haven't seen them. We haven't talked since I was a shorty. We're talking 13, 14 years old. And I'm saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but what's happening is there's a shift. You've passed something. There's something that has already been released in the spirit realm. It has been released. And it hasn't quite yet manifest or been revealed. Manifest means to reveal. It hasn't been revealed in the natural yet. So it's happening in the spirit. And so it's only a matter of time now before it reaches the natural. And you're right now with that transition between the test you've been through and really receiving the promise that belongs to you. You're the one who God has chosen. Okay, you are chosen to lead the next generation of young people. Let me speak to you. You are chosen to start their business. You are chosen to become the first millionaire in your family. Many of you right now are about to begin to experience what it really means to be chosen and why you have been through so many tests. You say, why do you use the word chosen one? Well, it's this simple to me. Many are called, few are chosen. Few choose to really answer the call. Only a few pass the test. Many people get called, but only a few pass the test. Only a few can stand the test of time. This is what knocks a lot of people out. Most people want stuff overnight. It doesn't work that way. It takes years to get where you're trying to go. So I'm talking to people who, this ain't no rookie conversation. I'm talking to people, I'm talking to my gorillas. I'm talking to my spiritual gorillas who've been fighting for 5, 10 years, going through wars, breaking curses, seeing breakthrough, losing relationships, cutting people off, going through some hard tests, facing that embarrassment at times, just going through. And now is your time to receive what you have worked for. That's what I'm talking to today. People wanted so bad to be right about you. They wanted you to be nothing. And I'm laughing because that's crazy when you think about it. People wanted you to feel. And this is why you feel those weird vibes when they are around. What you're feeling is not weird. You're feeling jealousy. You're feeling hate. You're feeling sabotage. You're feeling their projection of their perception onto you. That's what you're feeling. And many times people will do this because your light, it makes them feel some type of way. And so they got to do their best to try to dim your light and to try to stop what you got going on. And a lot of people, they fail the test and they go on the dark side. Because if I'm talking to you, you have experienced a lot of cruelty. Real talk, people have just been cruel to you, disrespectful, you know what I mean? Not wanting to honor nothing you got going on, jealous of whatever victory you got coming your way. You know what I mean? Just being just weird. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put this. Just being weirdos about you. You know what I'm saying? Not liking you, minimizing all of your accomplishments, mad that you got a pretty woman. You know what I'm saying? Mad that you got a house, mad that you figured some stuff out, and now they want to come around and sabotage you, and it has not worked. It's over. You stayed in there, you stayed strong, you continue to work on yourself, you continue to read. You know what I mean? You got around the right people. Some of you have made the decision to move to different states. You got away from those hometown spirits. You've made a lot of tough decisions. You went through the loneliness. Let me talk to you now. You went through that adversity. You went through those times of financial drought. Okay? Let me talk to you. Big bro had to go through some droughts. Lil Wayne is the only one who had a drought. Remember Lil Wayne's series called The Drought? Okay, I had to go through a drought. You always go through a drought, by the way, when you leave a familiar place to go to new territory. Oh, I'm coming. This big bro, you know how I'm coming. I'm talking to you. You will always face a drought. Listen to your big bro. Sis, my boy, you're going to face a drought. And that drought may last anywhere from 1 to 5 years when you have enough courage to leave a dead place and to go to new territory. Going to new territory, it's a journey. And this is what I know from my own life. When you leave familiarity or familiar spirits, curses, wicked people, haters, all that stuff, familiar spirits, hometown spirits, you leave all of that and you make a decision to go into new territory, entrepreneurship, trying to become the first millionaire in your family, trying to get to the NFL, I'm talking to you now, trying to become the first lawyer in your family, whatever it is you're trying to do, that's going to make you great. There's going to be a very uncomfortable transition, aka humiliation ritual. That's what it feels like. And I know that this is something that's used in secret societies, but I use this terminology to make a point clear. It's almost like you're going through this ritual. And it's not the same as what you would see with the secret societies. But what I'm saying is I'm using this as a way to teach a very deep.
Oh my
She
God.
looks over at me with her eyes big as saucers. Where did you get this water? And I said, well, I made it in my garage. I'm not really telling a lot of people right now how I make it, but I said, why? Why do you ask? She said, she prints out the computer printout. She explains to me all about how this device works. She shows me where I was at right around 90, like in mercury and other, it had brought me down real close to 50. She said, this is what I do for a living. I find out where people are out of homeostasis and I bring them back into homeostasis through vibration, through energy. Your water just did that. I could have people just pack this water around to help them stay energetically in balance. She said, would you sell me this water? And I said, well, I'll give you the bottle of the water. You can keep it. The next day, another man in this office calls me, Dr. Flynn. He's a part of this BEST bioenergetic screening team. He says, would you be willing to come in and talk to me about your water and what you're doing with water? I did some tests on it myself and I found out some really amazing things. And I said, yes, I will. I'll be totally open to that. I come in a couple days later. I go into his office. He says, you see that device over there? That device costs basically $4,000. It changes the structure of water. It energizes water, and it changes ORP, which is oxidized reduction of potential. He goes on and on and on. He said, when I tested your water energetically, he said, your water is like at an 80. That device, I get about a 60 out of it. And he says, I don't know what you're doing here with this water, but you have something I feel quite special that you have tapped into. The VME, or the Vortex Magnetic Energizer, is so important because we are bringing that water back to its pristine state by putting it into a free-flowing, centripetal, interwinding vortex. What does this do to the water? The first important thing it does, it erases those vibrational contaminants. Second thing the vortex does, it brings oxygen back into the water, which is really important for what is called zeta potential. On a colloid of water, there's something we call zeta potential. This is life force energy. Oxygen plays an important role in zeta potential. This is why you see in rivers and streams and oceans too, the water is constantly doing this spiral, this spin, this dance of life. It's when it is happy, it's healthy, it's high in zeta potential, high in life force energy. So the vortex plays another role. It actually has the ability to now start breaking. Most water molecules come in groups of about 8 to 12. You can think of them as like a clumps of grapes. In nature, you see this being different. These clumps are much smaller. And because the importance of this is when the clumps are much smaller and you break them down into small hexagonal shaped molecules, they are much more easily assimilated into our cells. And as they go into the cell and into the bioplasm inside of the cell, the fluid where the glucose, the hydrogen, the oxygen come in, when it's much easier to get that into there's an oily lipid membrane around our cells. So if there's big clumps, it has a hard time coming through that. And the second part of it, when it goes into the cytoplasm of the cell, and it starts to get sucked into the electron transport chain into the mitochondria of our cells, which have little micro pumps. If that water molecules are much smaller and they're energized, this is the big part of creating ATP.
Yo, good vibes, people. Thanks for watching up to this far, man. Big up! Much love and respect to yourself. You see, there's a lot of videos that has passed. And as you always say, you can leave a comment there. Say what you think about them and make the comment section active. You see, you can make it the whole world village in the comment section. Watch till the end, man. Hit the like button. You are all loved and wonderful. When you watch this video till the end, let's keep watching.
Have you ever asked yourself the question, just how far will God go? I don't ever remember asking the question, but I'll never forget the day that he answered that question for me. I had a great job at one of the largest grocery store chains in the continental United States. It's probably one of the top 20 biggest stores in the U.S. And one day they just walked in and they laid off 3 of the managers, and I just happened to be one of them. Didn't understand it, but I knew I had a great resume, so getting a job would not be a problem. It seemed like I went interview after interview after interview, all the way to get to the point of where you would accept the job and then they would just cancel and not give you the job, and suddenly they didn't have the job. And I ended up taking a job at the Jones store, making less than what I did when I was part-time in college. And I became very bitter, very angry about the situation. And one day, one of my friends pulled me aside and said, "Did you ever ask God why he put you in the men's shoe department in the Jones store?" I thought, no. So maybe you should ask him. Maybe you won't be there as long. So when I got to work the next day, I did. And I'd like to say I did it with the right attitude, but I don't remember being the right attitude. I just remember saying, Lord, why in the world you got me stuck here at the Jones store? But he looked beyond my attitude. He taught me a very valuable lesson that day. I walked in. I've been working there for a couple months. I walked in to the department there. There was a young lady sitting there that I had worked with multiple times, and I could tell something was bothering her. So I began to ask her, how's your day? What's going on? You know, she gave me the standard answers, but something didn't just feel right. And finally I said, no, what's really going on? She said, well, if you want to really know the truth, this morning I pulled out my 45 and I loaded it and I laid it on the counter in the kitchen, and I told God, if you don't show me why I should stick with this thing called life, when I get home today, I'm going to put that gun in my mouth and I'm going to pull the trigger. She said, I gave him 24 hours. I began to talk to her about the cross and a Savior that loved her. As I began to talk to her, I began to watch the presence of the Lord move upon her as tears began to move down her face. And as I began to talk to her about the grace of God, and I began to pray with her in the Jones store, I began to see just how far God will go to make sure that there's someone standing in the way when life looks like it's hopeless. I'll never forget, I lost my job that day because I wouldn't stop praying with her. Tears flowing down her face. I went home. I realized God was not concerned with my finances as much as he was concerned about her. He knew she would be there before any of us, even before she knew when she was going to face this situation. Yet God was willing to move me out of my comfort zone. You know, I never missed a meal. My electricity never got shut off. God always provided. Maybe today you're working on a job and it's a dead-end job. When was the last time you asked God, why am I here? It might surprise you. The answer might be sitting closer to you right now than you realize. I challenge you today to ask God, why am I where I'm at? Why do I live where I live? Why do I shop in this Walmart? Why did you let me catch every traffic light today, God? Whose life are you trying to impact? I hope this challenges you today to realize that God's not worried about the monetary things. God's in the soul-saving business. It's not his desire that any should perish, but that all should come and experience everlasting life. And you might be the only thing standing between them and a 24-hour notice on God. I challenge you today to ask the question, why am I here, God? I think you'll be surprised when he shows you.
Much love to everybody out there.
I want you guys to know about a 6,000-year-old secret. 6,000 years, mankind has been trying to decipher this one little thing called the flower of life. Have you guys ever seen this before? Now, you know this is one of the oldest symbols in human history, right? This symbol was found in the Temple of Osiris in Egypt, and it had been molecularly burned into the wall. And it's 6,000 years old. The same symbol has been found in the forbidden temples in China, sitting under the fufu dogs. And the foot on it, the flower of life, saying whoever controlled that flower of life controlled the universe. There were secrets in that flower of life that Da Vinci spent his whole life trying to uncover. There were secrets in that flower of life that Newton spent his whole life in secret trying to uncover. The same secrets that Pythagoras was desperately trying to uncover. But their problem was they kept seeing this in a two-dimensional space. They couldn't get it out of this two-dimensional frame, and as a result, they got stuck in this plane, a flat plane. Now, what Da Vinci and all of them wanted to do They were trying to find a way to bring this flower to life because what is inside of it? Well, apparently there were secrets inside of it. Shapes, they got the Merkaba and all of those other things out of it. But they were misled by something I think called a straight line. You guys believe in straight lines? You believe there's straight lines in the universe? Well, let me hit you with something. All energy in the universe is expressed in what? It's in motion. If something is still, there's no energy. Kinetic, right? All motion is expressed in what? You look at galaxies. Are they expressed in straight lines? Expressed in vortices. All vortices are expressed in what? Waves. All waves are curved. Show me a straight line in nature. You show me where the platonic solids come from. Where do they have their foundations in our universe? Are there any straight lines? If you look at anything, there are no straight lines. That's been the mistake. We've been looking at these straight lines, this Euclidean way of thinking, and missing the curvature of nature. So here we are, back with the curvature of nature. And you have all these little pieces. Now, this has always been an information system. So compare some of these points. Take a point here and say, well, what's the space in between all of these things? Now, they've said that all the in-between spaces, if this is the Earth and this is the moon right here, all this in-between space is filled with what? A void. There's nothing in the void. Well, I found that there is something in the void. The elementary fundamental particles that they've been searching for at the CERN collider, the Hadron Collider in CERN, I found that their energy signatures matched perfectly to some of the pieces that I was able to pull out of here. I've spent 45 years searching these things out and trying to figure out what the universe really, how it really worked. And we've come to find that the universe, they are abandoning the standard model, the ideas of black holes and dark matter, for an electric model of the universe. There's tons of paperwork of Da Vinci working on the flower of life and trying to unravel it. But every single existence, every single example, you see him making straight lines and trying to make these straight lines bend in, and therefore he was never able to open it up. Because all the universe is curved, all space is curved. And as a result, what I was doing in trying to find these straight lines, I abandoned the idea of the straight line. The shortest distance between 2 points is curved space, because you cannot force your way straight through space. Even electricity, as it moves from a southern plane to a northern plane, it always goes northeast in its direction. And magnetism, as it expands out, it goes southwesterly. And that's the spin. That's how you always know whether it's magnetism or electricity. It's the spin. Is it northeast or is it southwest? But in trying to define the spaces, it allowed me to see that all of these in between, what we have been dealing with is these petals. All of mankind have dealt with these petals, but it's these other shapes that we've ignored constantly. Well, those other shapes were the in-between spaces. They were the things that filled up the vacuum of space. And all these particles that I have, I think are the full proof of that. And it is also the full proof of the wave particle argument.
Oh my god. Oh, what do you think about that?
So there
Those
was an
apples.
actual real-life cult on TikTok. Let me show you. A few months ago, this woman, Mandy from Earth, she decides to spend time living as a homeless person to see what it's like. But there's a problem. She only lived that way for about 3 hours. But after 3 hours, she came to this conclusion.
If you're homeless, you're there by choice.
So she posts this video to TikTok, and immediately people are pissed. How could you say that? What do you mean homelessness is a choice? Is that shitty haircut a choice? So people are mad, and this prompts them to start doing a deep dive on her, looking into her background. And they find that she was allegedly living as a homeless person for 3 hours because it was some kind of assignment. But an assignment for what? Now this is Sam. Sam used to be a cam girl, and then she became an influencer on TikTok and YouTube. And one day, Sam is chilling with her fiance, Andre. This guy. And allegedly, Sam and Andre get this idea for a new business venture. In this business venture, they're going to teach people how to get rich by using a method called quantum networking. Which sounds like it'd be the title of the fourth Ant-Man movie, but okay. And from what I gather, the philosophy around quantum networking is basically, we live in a simulation, there's a lot of manifesting, and teaching you how to network with millionaires so that some of that money makes its way over to you. Now to learn quantum networking from Sam and Andre, you only have to pay them the low subscription price of $44 a month. All right, but here's where it gets weird. So Sam and Andre have 11.
You got a good holdover?
Yeah.
I'm working. Nope, I'm working. Yep, I'm working.
It's on the edge. Hit it.
Nope, that was the wrong way, you.
You apologize right now, Yeti girl.
Simon! Eat-da-dee-da-dee-do-do. Dee-da-dee-dee-do.
These animals are just interesting.
Apparently, in all printers, there's a failsafe built in that when you try to copy any type of American currency, it automatically voids the money and turns it black. So we're gonna go ahead and close this, click Start Copy, and watch this. When we open it back up, the money's turned black. What the heck?
What the heck? Is this actually real? Let's find out. Okay, we're gonna load it up with some paper. All right, moment of truth. I got the crisp $100 bill right here. I'm gonna place it down, and then I'm gonna see if this actually works. Here we go, perfect. Now we're gonna press print right there. One, going through. Let's see if it'll print. Okay, it's printing. Oh, snap. Oh, no. Please don't be black. Please don't be black. No. Oh! No way! No. No, 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 no. No! Oh my god, it actually worked. Okay, now does anybody know how to turn these back?
Yo! Hoax! I think that's a hoax! What do you think?
Snapped during Juno's latest flyby shows a strange pitch-black vortex swirling amid one of Jupiter's jet streams. While the famous red spot is known to be a massive hurricane-like storm, its dark cousin is more mysterious. The cloud formations surrounding the dark circle reveal that it's a vortex, but beyond that, scientists aren't sure what the formation is. The color-enhanced image was taken at 12:55 a.m. on May 29th, 2019, as the spacecraft performed its 20th science flyby of Jupiter. At the time, Juno was about 9,200 miles from the planet's cloud tops, above approximately 52 degrees north latitude. Juno orbits Jupiter in a highly elliptical orbit every 52 days.
这东北的天儿啊，大鹅都沾到冰上。大雁。得救，等下得救。
Oh my god! Yo, you mean that is possible?
Okay, will somebody please explain to me what's going on here? Watch what this guy does with this thing. This thing is an optical illusion like I've never seen before. Look at this.
Here's an extraordinary item made by Professor Kokichi Sugihara, who I've met. It does something amazing, which I'm going to show you. I'll put it on the table where the camera can focus on it. And look what we've got. We've got 4 squares there, all intersecting, touching each other, and the inner parts of them create a little row of 3 small squares, a little one in the middle. Now, there's the magic. Turn this round 180 degrees, something extraordinary happens. The straight sides become curly. You've got now 4 circles there, and two circles in the middle. Let's do it one more time. It goes from curvy sides and circles into squares. Extraordinary. Definitely a middle square there, which somehow disappears completely. Do it one more time, and now it's 4 circles and 2 small ones in the middle. Isn't that absolutely amazing?
I don't think that is possible.
They tell you not to stare at the sun because the sun activates your brain. It's the only reason why after staring at it, you close your eyes, you still see light. It's because that light entered your brain and now it's activating it. You're not supposed to be a black, mindless fucking drum. You're supposed to be a light, a creative, beautiful, intelligent being. But those types of beings can't be controlled.
Huh.
Most of you watching, you're getting a whole shitload of repeating number patterns. 444, 222, 144, 2727, 1717, 2323, 6 or 7 repeating number patterns all at once. And that's usually what's going on. Just think of it functionally. All that's happening is you are either at the top or the bottom of an energy cycle. Your consciousness is causing the numbers. Think of this functionally instead of investing in searching for a meaning to the numbers.
Excuse me? Can you give me 3 things you love about each other?
Well, she likes people, like the neighbors, and, she always takes stuff over and tries to help them out and that.
So that's what you like about me?
Yeah, and you're good looking.
Okay. Aww.
Yeah.
Go ahead, what else?
And you make breakfast this morning.
Okay, yeah.
Bacon and egg sandwich.
I did. I made a bacon and egg sandwich this morning. And about him, he's very quiet. He goes to bed early, wakes up early. And
takes the puppies out.
Did I say he was generous? Holds back, no bucks. Yeah. Yeah.
And how long have you folks been together?
2 days. No. What? How many? About 17 years.
Yeah, 2005.
Yeah.
So after 17 years, what would you say is the key to maintaining a loving, happy relationship?
Divorce.
The what?
Divorce. Yeah, we don't get divorced. No. So, yeah, separation. We don't like separation. Only on trips. He stays home and walks the dogs, and I go on the trips.
Yeah, and I take care of the bird.
And the bird, Archie.
You guys are incredible, and you're absolutely hilarious, as I'm sure you're somewhat aware by now. And what were your names?
I'm Maggie Warner. Denny Warner.
Maggie and Denny?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, thank you folks so much for your time, and I wish you both the best.
Thank you very much. We're not going to be on some kind of crazy show.
Walking Dead.
No, The Living Dead, we went in. Yeah, we went in on that.
That's what we're casting for.
Yeah, if it's...
Oh, that's a very hilarious, wonderful couple. That's very nice seeing people that have grown together in love. And it's very incredible because love, all types of love, the good love for caring with one another is very good and it's very nice. See those guys, they are still happy and can make jokes even at that age. Oh, that's very interesting. Please love and care for those around you just as you do to yourself. Thanks for watching up to this far. You are mostly loved and respected. Keep it tuned for another episode and leave your comment. Tell us where you're watching from then. Good vibes. We are out. Peace. Love.